Vincent Malloy is 7 years old. He's always polite and does what he's told. For a boy his age, he's considerably nice, but he wants to be just like Vincent Price. These lines are from Vincent, a short film by Tim Burton based upon the life of Vincent Price. It is 5 minutes and 52 seconds long of most everything you need to know about Vincent Price. Vincent Price has starred in horror films, everything from horror films to children's programs. Vincent Price is arguably one of the best actors of the 20th century, and his villainous roles have solidified him a place in horror movie history even 18 years after his death. Vincent Leonard Price was born May 27, 1911, in St. Louis, Missouri. This is Vincent Price. When he graduated from high school, he moved to London and to begin acting in the theater, but he soon came back to the States to work in film. His first film was Service de Luxe in 1938, and according to IMDb, he has appeared in over 195 credited titles. They include, but are not limited to, Cardinal Richelieu in the 1948 adaptation of The Three Musketeers, The Tingler in 1959, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and Vincent, both shorts, and both of which he narrated. He also did a voiceover for the 1983 short film music video, Thriller by Michael Jackson, which is this one. I'm sure you've all heard his voice. You just didn't know it. And this is a picture from Vincent. He also appeared in several TV series, including the TV movie The Christmas Carol in 1949. He also played Egghead in the 1966 to 1967 TV series Batman. He had a couple appearances on The Brady Bunch in 1972, and he also played a character called Vincent Van Ghoul in the 1985 series The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. This is him right here, and he plays, when they carry around that crystal ball, if you've ever seen the series, he's the head inside the crystal ball. According to his New York Times obituary, he had 3 films that stood out to him as his favorites. They were the 1973 movie Theater of Blood, the 1986 Disney movie The Great Mouse Detective, in which he played Professor Ratigan, and the 1990 movie Edward Scissorhands, in which he played the inventor. He was supposed to have a major part, but he had emphysema, and it prevented him from acting properly as much as he wanted to. So they narrowed his scenes to 3 scenes, and he is in the first half. I've never seen it all the way through, so he's in the first half of the film, I know that. Vincent is nice when his aunt comes to see him, but imagines dipping her in wax for his wax museum. These lines allude to Vincent Price's work in House of Wax, the 1953 movie, in which he played Professor Henry Jared, who was known for dipping his victims in wax as a realistic sort of feel to his wax museum in his house. Not creepy at all. The movie earned him a place in horror history next to Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, and Peter Lorre. Boris Karloff and Peter Lorre are also his co-stars in the 1963 movie, The Comedy of Terrors. In House of Wax played a major part in earning Vincent Price his star on the Hollywood Boulevard Walk of Fame, which is right there. In 1960, he earned that. His second low-budget horror film was House on Haunted Hill. He played party host Frederick Loren, and this movie gave his horror career yet another push for him. While other kids read books like Go Jane Go, Vincent's favorite author was Edgar Allan Poe. Vincent Price played in all of Roger Corman's film adaptations of Edgar Allan Poe stories. He played mostly villains, and his works include The Fall of the House of Usher in 1960, The Pit and the Pendulum in 1961, which is what this picture is from right here. It's Vincent Price, and that's his co-star. I can't remember her name, but she's the main character. Twice Told Tales in 1963, and The Mask of the Red Death in 1964. Price was also a fan of Poe's work. He read several stories for audiobooks and as sort of like a fireside reading type thing. You can find them on YouTube, I'm sure. He is the only person that I would listen to talking about Edgar Allan Poe. Vincent tried to talk, but he just couldn't speak. The years in isolation had made him so weak. Vincent Price died of lung cancer on October 25th, 1993, in Los Angeles, California. His last film that he made was in 1993. He played a character named Zigzag in the movie called The Princess and the Cobbler. He was not only an actor, but a writer and a gourmet chef. According to Wikipedia, he authored many cookbooks and hosted his own cooking show called Cooking Pricewise. He established, as a art fanatic, he established the first teaching art collection, which is now the Vincent Price Art Museum in Los Angeles, California. In 1986, he was honored with the Life Career Award by the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films. The LA Film Critics Association gave him the Career Achievement Award in 1991. He had 3 wives in his lifetime. His first wife, Edith Barrett, gave him a son in 1940. His name is Vincent Barrett Price. In 1962, his second wife, Mary Grant, gave him a daughter, Mary Victoria Price. And his third wife, Coral Brown, was with him until she died in 1991. Price was a hero to legends like Tim Burton and Alice Cooper. This is him with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp on the set of Edward Scissorhands. And this is Price with Alice Cooper in a film that they did together called The Nightmare. And then he did a couple other things with him. He worked with both on several occasions. Price is a legend, to say the least. From his macabre horror films to his brilliant voiceovers, he is a true American icon. If one knows nothing of Vincent Price, an excellent place to start is Tim Burton's short, Vincent, which I have been quoting this whole time. It gives a short synopsis of most everything Price has done, and as Price himself said, Vincent was immortality, better than the star on Hollywood Boulevard.